Hello everyone, and I have some time today to do another tutorial. Today we will be focusing on basic kills involving the horse, where the horse is the main piece, and also basic kills and attacks whereby the cannon is the main piece. To begin with, we shall look at the various kills and attacks whereby the horse is the major piece. There is not much content when only the horse is involved. Instead, it is more of a potent part of combinations like chariot horse combinations, horse pawn combinations, or horse cannon combinations. But nevertheless, a single horse can achieve a checkmate by its own, and some of the more commonly used or commonly seen attacks would be the smothered horse checkmate and the double horse checkmate. The double horse checkmate has a very poetic Chinese name called Xiangqi, which literally means two horses drinking from a fountain. This is a simple example of a smothered horse checkmate. Red's elbow horse and Red's pale corner horse are now delivering a checkmate. The black king cannot move, and it will be a checkmate in this instance. This diagram will also show why moving a horse to the centroid of the palace is not a good idea, because it is very susceptible to attacks by enemy pieces like the horse or chariot. The next basic kill or checkmate that we will be discussing will be the double horse checkmate. The kill probably originated from the Elegant Pastime Manual, Volume 5. It was the 400 puzzle in the book, and this was the initial position. A simple analysis would show that black would not have an immediate kill, and there was a pawn here that would get in the way of any elbow horse attack or pale corner horse attack. So how would red start and win the game? This would be the key to winning the game. By sacrificing the horse, black cannot capture the horse, or red would checkmate with h6 plus 4. Therefore, with this offer, red will crack open black's defense. As mentioned earlier, the black advisor cannot capture the red horse, and red will continue with a sacrifice to lead the black king to the red file, where these two horses will be able to attack. The rest of the moves are considered to be the standard ways of attacking with the combination. Red would continue with another check, and if the black king were to move k4 plus 1, red would checkmate in this manner. Therefore, the king can only move back to its original position, and red will use a discovered attack to initiate the final checkmate. With this check, the black king has to move to the red file, and red would capture the black elephant in the process. And at this point, black would be in a dilemma. If the black king were to move back to its original position, red would checkmate in this manner. If black were to advance his king, red would checkmate in this manner. So this is the basic way of achieving a double horse checkmate, and it should be memorized because it can be very useful, or in the case that you only have two horses left, then where there are not many other possibilities, this would be one of the best ways to gain a win. In the next section, we will be discussing various attacks and checkmates that involve the cannon, or where the cannon is the main piece. Like the horse, a cannon can achieve a smothered cannon checkmate, and by making use of the enemy material or enemy friendly pieces, such that a smothered checkmate is achieved. If the special case or variant of the smothered cannon checkmate will be the double toes checkmate, whereby the attacking party would use the threat of two smothered cannon checkmates to achieve the win. Other Checkmates or attacks include the double cannon checkmate, the Headhunter Cannon Checkmate, and the Heaven and Earth Cannons. And I will go through several examples to show you what they are. To begin with, the two examples shown here will be smothered cannon checkmates. Red's cannon will be delivering a check by using both the enemy advisors, and the black king cannot run away, so this would be a smothered checkmate. The same case would be for the black cannon, which would be also delivering a smothered cannon checkmate. In the next example, I will demonstrate what is known by the double toast checkmate. In this situation, red would checkmate in the following manner. By sacrificing the first cannon, black would be forced to use his elephant to capture the cannon, and red would capture the elephant again to take revenge and result in the smothered cannon checkmate. This is what is known as the double toast checkmate. I found a puzzle from the Elegant Pastime Manual which would demonstrate the double toast checkmate. In this situation, black would be one move away from a checkmate with r3 equals to 4, p4 equals to 5, or ra plus 8. Luckily for red, there was a cannon at the bottom corner, and a chariot and a cannon. So how would red turn the tables or save himself in this very dire situation? Red will start with a check, and this would force the advisor to be lowered. Red will continue with p4 equals to 5 as a sacrifice. The black king cannot capture the red pawn, or red will checkmate in this manner. Therefore, the only move possible for black will be to raise the advisor. However, in this situation, this will be a very ideal situation for the cannon, for the red cannons, as a smothered checkmate would be possible now. So how would red continue? Red would not forget to defend, and with this discovered check, red would place his cannon back on his bottom rank to negate the effects of the black cannon. Black can only retreat his horse, and the double toast checkmate will be in place. As can be seen, if red had not retreated his chariot, there will be a counter check by black, so red's attack would be annihilated and black would win instead. However, with the red chariot in this position, the double toast checkmate would become a possibility. So this would be a checkmate, and again, this was a very nice puzzle from the Elegant Pastime Manual, which is recommended for all Xiangqi lovers and beginners to study. The next checkmate that I will be talking about will be the double cannons checkmate, which has been mentioned in one of the earlier tutorials, but I will repeat it here again. The double cannons checkmate is perhaps the Xiangqi's version of the scholar's checkmate. Red will start with a central cannon, targeting the black pawn. If black's central pawn were not protected with moving a horse, h2 plus 3 or h8 plus 7, this would be what would happen. And this would be one of the fastest way to achieve a checkmate. This would be a checkmate because the rear cannon would be delivering a check. The king cannot move to either of the files, and if black tried to move any piece in between, for example the cannon to the centroid, the red cannon in front would then be delivering the check. So this would be a checkmate in essence. I would like to take this opportunity to demonstrate another very brilliant checkmate where the cannons would be the key piece. This was an actual game that was played back in the 1990s, and red was Master Song Guoqiang and black was Master Xie Zuomiao, and this was the position reached in their match. At this point, red continued with r6 plus 4, threatening to capture the central elephant. If black captured the elephant, red would use his cannon to capture the elephant for the double cannons checkmate. At this point, red would be threatening to checkmate with r5 plus 1. So in the match, black played c4 plus 1 to make room so that his king could move away. However, perhaps a better move would have been c4 plus 8, as we will see later on. But even so, black would still be on the losing end, because red could continue to check and attack in various forms. In the actual match, c4 plus 1 was played, and red pounced on the chance to deliver a check and continued with another check with a rear cannon. Black resigned at this point, and the following moves have been added to explain why this would be a checkmate in red's favor. If the black cannon moved away, for example to here, red will checkmate in this manner. If black used the horse to block, red will checkmate in this manner. Check. The chariot will use the cannon to deliver the check, force the black king back to the central file, and red will use the central cannon, the double cannons, to finish black off. This is one of the more very exciting kills, whereby the cannons are the main piece, and although the chariot has played a very important role, but it would not have been able to capture the elephant or the advisor if not for the red cannons. More on the double cannons checkmate. The position shown here was from the Elegant Pastime Manual, Volume 1. It was the 53rd puzzle. In this case, a simple analysis would show that black would be prepared to checkmate on the next move. But how could red turn the tables? Red would sacrifice his chariot as his first move, and black would have been forced to play e1 minus 3. If black chose to move his central elephant instead of the edge elephant, this would be what would happen. Red will checkmate in this manner. Check. Smothered checkmate. So if black used his edge elephant to capture the red chariot, red will continue with sacrificing the other chariot. And once the king was at the throat rank, it will be very vulnerable. Check. The central cannon would have controlled the central file, thus preventing the black king from moving to the center. And black can only retreat his advisor, which unfortunately will block the path to moving to the central file. Checkmate. This would be another puzzle from also the Elegant Pastime Manual. It was the 242nd puzzle, which was found in Volume 3. In this example, a variant of the double cannons checkmate is shown. As again, black will be prepared to checkmate with r7 plus 1 or r4 plus 9 or p6 equals to 5. So how would red turn the tables? Check, 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 and this would be the key move in this puzzle. The red chariot has made use of the royal rule to prevent the black king from capturing it, thus forcing the black king to retreat. And again, red would sacrifice his chariot for another time, and after all the pieces have been cleared, red would checkmate in this manner. This can be considered technically to be also a double cannons checkmate, because to resolve this check, black would have to retreat his advisor, which would in turn become a check by the red cannon on the edge file. So this would be a checkmate in effect. However, it must be mentioned that the double cannons checkmate will usually refer to placing the two cannons in the same file or same rank for the attack. Okay, we will be discussing the next checkmate or attacking technique. It is called the Headhunter Cannon. The main idea is to have a cannon placed on the central file right in front of the enemy's king without any intervening material. Therefore, such a cannon would actually control the central file, and there are many ways to continue to attack. A friendly piece can be used as a cannon mount and use the cannon as a means of a discovered attack or discovered check. In this simple example that I found over the internet, the exposed cannon, the Headhunter Cannon checkmate is shown. By the way, the original name that the Asian Xiangqi Federation gave for this checkmate technique was called the exposed cannon, which I think is a little bit of a misnomer, so I chose to translate it as the Headhunter Cannon. In this situation, red would start with capturing the elephant. Black would take revenge, and red would capture the cannon again. At this point, we can see that black would be in a dilemma. The advisor has to move as the king cannot move. And for example, if the advisor moved to here, red would gain a Headhunter Cannon. No other piece can move here, or the red cannon will be delivering a check. So red will use another piece, and in conjunction with the Headhunter Cannon for the kill. By the way, this final checkmate is called the crowning checkmate, or 平顶冠 in Chinese. Other than using the double chariots, a chariot horse combination, a chariot pawn combination, a horse pawn combination, or even other combinations are possible so long as they can deliver a checkmate. So the Headhunter Cannon is more of an attacking technique, but if you're allowed to gain a Headhunter Cannon, the enemy central file will basically be under your control, and it is a very potent force to be wary of. And one of the main aims in the game would be to try to get a Headhunter Cannon for attack. In the next topic, and the final last topic in this tutorial, the heaven and earth cannons will be discussed. By definition, the heaven and earth cannons would mean that one of the cannons was placed on the central file, and there was another cannon placed on the enemy's bottom rank, such that this would be called the earth cannon and this would be called the heavens cannon. It's quite a poetic name and would serve to pin the enemy king or threaten the enemy king in many various ways. This puzzle, or the position shown here, is a puzzle from Dreams of Divine Positions, a Ming Dynasty Xiangqi manual. And in this situation, black is only one move away from a checkmate. So how would red make use of the heaven and earth cannons to win? With this check, black would be forced into a dilemma. So a5 for 6 was played. One might wonder if k5 equals to 6 were possible. Check, check, and checkmate. So k5 equals to 6 would not be a possibility, and the only way that black can save himself would be to retreat his advisor. So by doing so, the earth cannon would now be used to attack. Check, and using the heaven and earth cannons, the black king is forced to the third rank. At this point, red will continue to attack with h2 plus 4. Attacking with h2 plus 3 would be a mistake, and red will not be able to continue his attack, and black would turn the tables and win instead. But if red were to attack with h2 plus 4, the king would be forced here. If black chose to move k5 equals to 6, red would use the horse cannon checkmate. And if the king were to move here, if the king were to move here, red will simply checkmate with r2 minus 2. So in the puzzle, k5 equals to 4 was played, and red will checkmate in this manner. This is one of the uses of the heaven and earth cannons. In this puzzle, also from the Dreams of Divine Positions, the heaven and earth cannons are already in place, and they would be crucial for red to turn the tables to win. So in this example, although the heaven and earth cannons do not participate in the final kill, they are essential, because without them, red would not be able to continue attacking. In this puzzle, red would win in the following manner. Red will sacrifice his cannon for the check. The black king cannot capture the red horse, or the kings will be facing each other. Now this is where the red pawns would now come into action. Check, 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 checkmate. So although the final kill by the pawns is very exciting, it would not have been possible if the heaven and earth cannons heaven and earth cannons were not in place at the beginning. So it is a very practical and commonly seen technique to use the heaven and earth cannons in actual play, and I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. Again, the material can be found in Understanding the Elephant, on the book on Basic Introduction and Basic Kills, where there are many more other examples that were not shown in this video. And the other books, the Elegant Pastime Manual and Dreams of Divine Positions, are recommended for all beginners in Xiangqi, where you can train your calculative skills and perform better after finishing the books. And I thank you for your attention, and I had tried to make this video as short, but I kept on finding more and more very nice examples which I felt that I had to share. And thank you again, and please subscribe to my channel if you like it. I'll find more time to do more videos. Thank you.